Welcome back to Pentiment. We are in the convent and we do have the chance to get around with Gertrude, I think in the ruins, or she at least wants to show us the history of the nuns' convent. I don't know if she will lead us into the burned ruins of the abbey. But the problem is it will pass time, and I do not know if this is an either or situation that we can either go with her or get a translation of the Historia Tassia. But I am curious and I do want to get around. So let's just do it. God bless you, Magdalene. Would you like to go inside and meet with Mother Francisca now? The problem is also that I talked to Mother Francisca before I talked to Gertrude, and we were pretty rude. Rightly so. But she, of course, will not see it that way. Yes, let's go. Mother Francisca, I'd like to introduce you to Magdalene Druckerin. The printer's daughter, yes. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery lately. Oh, I'm glad she has a bad memory. She doesn't know that we talked to her just 5 minutes ago. Or in the other episode. Oh, thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is this about, Sister Gertrude? You know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Druckerin to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Right, yes. Ah, so you've decided to consider my offer after all. Oh, she remembers. If God is calling you to the convent, I'm more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the poor Clares? Uh-oh. This will be the most believable answer, I think. I'm worried that helping my father running the shop alone and finishing the mural are too much for me. Magdalene, you should not abdicate your worldly duties for fear of the unknown. However, I agree that working a printing shop and painting are not suitable duties for a woman. Thank God you have turned to us for help. It is no wonder you have felt overburdened by all of this. Please, come, I'm happy to tell you more of our order. Our small convent used to be part of the larger Kiersau double monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We believe that it is not ours to produce and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassing as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. We believe that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. Magdalene, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Susanna to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come find me and we will discuss your decision to join. Well, I won't join for sure. Finally, I thought she'd never finish. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. Maybe you shouldn't just tell them yet? I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting in the Rathaus. Well, I'm going going to take a look around. Where are we going first? The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the loquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop, though no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. We can just freely look around. Ah, there's Marguerite! And with Mousefinger. God bless you, Magdalene. That's cool. Okay, what options do we have? The kitchen. This is the kitchen. There's not anything that interesting here. Sister Marie and Sister Isabeau take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. That's the way into the aqueduct. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, sister. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills did. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it is my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. That's very noble of you. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. A weird way to show that. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. Yeah, all of that. But didn't Christ die so that we don't have to suffer unnecessarily? In the next life, yes. But even Christ said we would face hardships while we live on this earth. I have chosen to find meaning and devotion into the Lord through my hardship. Yeah, thank you for sharing your perspective with me, sister. You're most welcome, child. God bless you. God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? Yeah, I think we have to play along. Hallelujah! Glory and praise be to God. You've brought such joy to me this day, child. I haven't actually joined yet, sister. Do you have a strong stomach? Perhaps you can help Sister Isabeau and me in the kitchens. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isabeau has graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong according to the rule of Saint Francis. A mystic friar and founder of the Franciscan order, born in Assisi to wealthy parents, Saint Francis was called to a life of poverty and preaching. With his follower, Saint Clare, he helped found the Order of Poor Clares. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. A cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire, a lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again. Not to Magdalene, please. I think it's Sister Emily, traveling the aqueduct, right? What made you think you saw a spirit? Could it have been a ghost of one of the sisters from the founding of the convent? What made you think you saw a spirit, sister? The figure rose up through the very ground we stand on at Vigilis, not a fortnight ago. Dawn and dusk are the hours when the boundaries between this world and the spiritual world are weakest. We may be the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. Perhaps there was something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before. The spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. A Roman spirit might be a great addition to the mural. I don't know that the council would approve, though. It breaks my heart to think this spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we keep going, Magdalene? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Of course. God bless you, sister. God bless you, child. That's funny. I still think that Sister Emily walks around at night, and that she was the ghost on the aqueduct that we saw in the very first episode. Or second, I don't know. And we know that this is an access. Can I please pet the cat? Okay, there is courtyard. Convent chapel. Let's first look around in here. Yeah, that's very plain. This is the chapel where all gather for Mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's the tower and the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was a Bergfried long before the structure became a monastery. A freestanding defensive tower, not built for permanent habitation. The duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew, as they had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tassing from attacks of spirit and steel for generations. There's some Latin here too, but I can't read it very well. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Kirsau's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Thank you, Sister Susanne. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding date. The Lady Kirsau was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting. Even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Kirsau is unique. A double monastery with 2 saints, 1 male and 1 female, to guard the town and abbey. So the foundation of the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire? Many things have been built and torn down on this land over generations. Who knows what else used to be here? You were right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the Rathaus. Then I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. Let's get into the loquarium. Now we are on the other side. Here's the loquarium. Most of the abbey's visitors come in here, but aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is a part of our woes. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes, and even talk to men on occasion. And I'm stuck here, staring at these walls for the rest of my life. It doesn't seem like Sister Susanne thinks much of her life here. Can't blame her. even though she doesn't seem to have the passion that Sister Gertrude and the others have. If she hates her life here so much, maybe I should encourage her to leave the order. Better to leave while she has a future ahead of her. After all, there are plenty of young men in Bavaria who would make good husbands. Still, there may be some reason she chose to stay. I don't want to overstep my bounds. You didn't always want to be a poor Clare's sister? Ha! No! Who would want to be a nun? My father promised me to the church as a baby. Some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So here I was, dropped into the poor Clare's the summer I turned 17. Ah, that's brutal. I'm so sorry. No one should be forced into a life they don't want. We daughters are born to bear our family's legacy. Between our legs or on our backs, it doesn't matter. My family is devoted to the church. I only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. Well, she's fictional, so it doesn't matter. Understand. I have more autonomy to go where I want, but I'm still bound by the expectations of marriage and homemaking. Ah, I remember the days of running around town. I wish I could have gotten married. I wanted to be a mother. Oh, that's even more brutal then. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Marguerite. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. Yeah, they are awesome, these both. They just stood to what they actually feel. If you could do anything else, what would it be? I would have liked to go to one of the big cities, at least once. I would have been happy just to be a shopkeeper's wife. Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. Oh man. Poor girl. Oh, here's nothing. Oh, it's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Susanne, God bless you. Ugh, this ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside when it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent anyway? Mother Francisca said I could look around. Oh, well, don't let me get in the way then. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Oh yes, I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home, and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters. And I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No. Everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Mary's ghost? I think it's Mauritius myself. Oh no. So there is a ghost in the abbey? Well, I haven't seen anything myself, but if there is a ghost, I like to think it's Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Francisca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Huh. I wonder if this is a different retelling of St. Moritz saving Tassing. Oh, maybe. I don't remember if the book mentioned any saints. The Latin was hard to read. Anyway, when Sister Mary said she saw a ghost, I thought it must be Mauritius, trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? What did you do with this book, Sister? Oh, well, I had it with me in the kitchen one day and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. Stare in shock and horror. Sister Benedicta! I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. I can't, how could... Oh, never mind. I suppose it's better that the book got some use before it was lost forever. Besides, that story gives me ideas for the Rathaus mural. Thanks for telling me about the book, Sister. I won't tell Mother Francisca. God bless you, Sister. Haha, thanks, Magdalene. God bless you. Oh, dang. They have an art studio? Ah, that's the shack, so here's the garden. We're behind the garden. And that's an aquarium. Okay. And that's the main church, isn't it? Yeah, the convent. So the convent did have a door into the nuns' convent. Or the old abbey. Oh, that's cool. They have pottery and everything. Ugh! The workshop is covered in dust. Yes, this was the Benedictine sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. It looks like everything was just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. Surely you've thought of sneaking in and creating something, right? I had thought about it. I'm just not sure if it's really worth it. Mother Francisca doesn't let us come in here unless to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots too? Haha. You think one of the sisters is secretly painting? Oh Lord, no. We all live too close together in the convent for something like that to go unnoticed. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's not what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. That's true. Don't worry, I won't join. These old badges are beautiful. I hope the pilgrims who bought them love them too. a weaving device. Such valuable paint left to dry and crack on the pallets. There's an old parchment scrap here. It's different from the others. It's a note. No, it's not. It looks like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. The Mithraeum of Tassing. So, we've seen the Nymphion together with Andreas in the woods, but we do not know yet where the Mithraeum used to be, right? It must have been somewhere where the town is now. Or how was that on that other map? In the mines? It says the Mithraeum of Tassing had been destroyed by a flood. Mithraeum. That's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. Wait, this might be from the book Sister Benedicta found. I wonder why it would mention the Mithraeum. Why would someone have written that in the margins of a manuscript? And where's the rest of the book? Yeah, we know her. I don't know. It's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the convent by that name. Well, the note says the Mithraeum was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. It matters, them. There are ruins somewhere. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? To be honest, it seems like a life of drudgery. Yes, certain parts of our life here can be frustrating. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I think you should go. Your family just left you here. You don't owe the sisters anything. I do, though. The sisters have taken care of me. They love me, and I love them. Even if this life wasn't my choice, they accepted me. Who knows, maybe it will get better in time. Maybe. I'll try to help any way I can, even if it's just sneaking around the convent wall to say hello. Really? That would be wonderful, so long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francisca before she suspects something. We should tell her that there are secret ways out of the cloister so that she can get out at night or so. That would be funny. I learned a lot today. Thank you for showing me around the convent. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today has been more interesting than any I can remember in the abbey. Come, let's find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of that place. Well, Magdalene, what is your assessment of the poor Clares? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? I think I prefer my books and painting. And in any case, I need to finish the mural. Then I might take over for my father. Huh, I see. Be careful that this mural does not become an idol for you, Magdalene. Just as Eve had a weaker will than Adam, you are liable to stumble on the fruit of temptation as well. Oh, shut up, old crone. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. You're most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Ah, Magdalene, how did your little expedition go? I'm frustrated that there's so little left of the old abbey and saints. I mean, we did learn a few things. I learned a lot from seeing the abbey. I have a good idea of what I'll depict in the mural now. But sister, there's something I don't understand. The abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. In truth, the abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Kyrsa was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire were simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you'd find anything of help for your mural inside other than charred wood and parchment. It might still be worth taking a look, if I'm careful. I worry after you sometimes, Magdalene. I really do. Thank you for all your help, Sister Gertrude. You are most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Two hours. Okay. Now, how do we get into the ruins? The little cat. It's such a sad place now. Well, that was, I don't know. I did learn more about the founding of Curacao. And that illustration from the manuscript, the Mithraeum, it was like the one in the mine. Is it part of the history of the abbey? Of Tassing? It must be written down somewhere. If only the library hadn't burned down with everything in it. The ruins are right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. Haha, there we go. Let's have a quick look into the shrine. Nope, nothing new here. Hand's still there. Poor Claire's. Take care of it. And yeah, nothing else. I can just get in there. So they do not have a connection. That door that I thought was the cloister was their own little cloister. This is their own chapel. So no. I thought that it somehow connects. I don't know why. But that's definitely not the case, as we have seen many times. Right? There's no compy. Okay, good. So I was confused there for a little bit because it looked similar. But we will explore the ruins of the old abbey in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching this one. Have a wonderful and adventurous day and goodbye.